New Jersey Democrat Congresswoman LaMonica McIver is facing federal charges after allegedly assaulting a police officer during a protest outside of Delaney Hall ICE Detention Center in Newark, New Jersey. She denies any wrongdoing and is now blaming the ICE agents for causing the clash.
The entire situation was escalated by ICE. They caused the confrontation. Homeland came and, caused this chaos that we see. It was a very tense situation, but it could have been, easily it could have easily not happened. They had every opportunity to not allow this to happen. It was very unnecessary, and it just, once again, we were there to do our jobs. And if I'm going to be charged with a crime for doing my job, it just speaks to where we're headed in this country.
Well, President Trump isn't buying it.
Oh, give me a break. Did you see her? She was out of control. Did you address those days are over. The days of woke. No, I didn't. The days of woke are over. That woman, I have no idea who she is. That woman was out of control. She was shoving federal agents. She was out of control. The days of that crap are over in this country. We're going to have law and order.
With me now, Texas Public Policy Foundation Executive Director Rob Henneke, who, by the way, made note that followed me at UT Law School by just a year or so.
Great to be reunited. Good to be with you, Will.
Fellow Longhorn. But the law point is not gratuitous, because that's where I want to go with this right now. Our own Chad Pergram has pointed out there's great protections for U.S. Congress members on speech and debate when it comes to facing criminal charges. The question is, and there are in that exact phrasing and that exact clause about speech and debate protections, though carve-outs for anyone who commits a felony or gets in the way of the law, implementing the law. And it would seem that the Congresswoman here, Congresswoman McIver, has fallen on the wrong side of the law.
Well, she has. Secretary Noem mentioned that there's consequences, and that's what we're talking about here. Nobody is above the law, especially members of Congress, who I would say need to be held to a higher standard. And what Congresswoman McIver did by trying to rush through the gates of an ICE facility, storming that facility, was clearly against the law, and she needs to be held accountable.
Hakeem Jeffries, House Minority Leader, has suggested this is a red line if she is arrested or if charges are pressed. I think he's left it somewhat vague. What does that mean for this to be a red line? What do you think he's talking about? What can be done in Congress?
I think this was clearly a political stunt by the Democrats that have backfired on them. The ICE agents were merely doing their job. They're doing their job to protect that facility, and they're being demonized by the Democrats. Governor Walz recently, horribly referred to them as members of the Gestapo. That's outrageous. These ICE agents are doing their job. Congresswoman McIver put them in a dangerous situation with her actions. It broke the law, and she needs to be held accountable.
Speaking of outrageous, I want to share with you something that was said by the mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson. He was talking about the hiring policies for the city.
There are some detractors that will push back on me and say, the only thing that the mayor talks about is the hiring of black people. No, what I'm saying is when you hire our people, we always look out for everybody else. We are the most generous people on the planet. I don't know too many cultures that have play cousins. That's how generous we are. We just make somebody a family member, right? This is how we are.
Rob, the news today is that the Department of Justice's Civil Rights Division, Harmeet Dillon, is going to open an investigation into the city of Chicago for civil rights violations. It's clear that's racist. If we replaced black with any other race and replaced generous with any other adjective, everyone sitting here watching today would be outraged. But is it also illegal?
It was. 50 years after the Civil Rights Act was enacted, we're still trying to get racism out of our government. And it's absolutely the purview of Harmeet Dillon with the Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice to investigate the governor's statements there. You've got a history of racism with the Chicago mayor's office. Don't forget, 4 years ago, the prior mayor, Lori Lightfoot, said that she wouldn't allow white journalists to be interviewed by her office. So again, this is the mayor making the political statement about the practices of his office. Those are illegal. Those are absolutely the purview of the Department of Justice to investigate.
All right, Rob Henneke, thanks so much for making the drive up. We appreciate it.
Great to be with you.
From Austin to Dallas. Hey, it's Will Cain. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Cain podcast for full episodes right now.